The belief that our ability to create and be creative is a superpower we all possess, one she is hell-bent on using for wildly transformative purposes. Here is the proof, Shetha.
Does anyone else always get stares on the streetcar? It's just like, goddamn Arabs, so loud. So this piece is called Soft/Mountain. Messy, messy, so messy. The anthem, just like that. One sudden rupture, and all our worlds came crashing down, all over our over-traveled, thrashing bodies, all but unraveling. So we swallowed mountains. Our bodies swallowed mountains of what we could and what we previously wouldn't and refused. Vast rolling hills of what we could never retrieve or conceive ever again. We are talking mountains, swallowed whole, valleys, peaks, cliffs, and all, and from then on carried with us everywhere like children and guilt. They got knotted up into our shoulders, buried deep into our skin, staining it deeply with that unoriginal sin. It made us heavy. That's a lot of lifting to do when you're constantly shifting like volcanic tectonic plates, that lava barely simmering. Our names forever misplaced and us cursed to replace homes with museums of maybes and what ifs and if onlys and inshallahs و بإذن الله وإذا Allah arad, so we move always. But we leave never, we don't settle, we never settle, we can't or don't know how. Messy, messy, dirty, and cowering. Scattered, stale breadcrumbs for pigeons. Shattered like half-ass pushing through curtains on mornings that just keep coming. Through permanently leaky, wrinkly skies to which we pray verses and curses. يخرب بيتكم يا رب, though to whom and for whom never always clear. These rivers, we are boats, we are ocean, we are our own vessel of escape and return of titanic fate, large and crashing. These rivers, eroding all of our edges, collapsing all of our bridges, chests and thunder, retreating, we've got nowhere to go. Soft, soft and radiant and crumbling is how I see us when I try. See us types, we relive home daily. War under our beds and chests, shaky at the dinner table and on our bodies daily. This body, this last remaining unconquered refuge under fire and on fire and filled with fire, and still we relive and rethink and remake home daily. We don't settle. We never settle. We don't know how. We settle. We, settlers now. I, settler now. I, born, shaken, crumbling. I, born, extracted. I, born, abstracted by these facts on the ground they call settlements, by an archive of death they call nation, by a museum of erasure, call it by its name, occupation. But I, refugee settler. I, immigrant settler. I, settler now. I, burnt bones on burnt land, still unfree, but so damn free. Built yet another museum of maybes and what ifs and if onlys and inshallahs on yet another museum of death, an archive of death called This Damn Nation, a museum of erasure, call it by its name, occupation, burnt stories on burnt trees, on burnt land, on missing sisters and lost dreams and stolen brothers, on burnt trees, on burnt stories, on burnt land. I settler now, I refugee, I settler, us missing still. Inhale. Hold. Some days I last longer than others. Some days I tune back in, but most days I just float and fade and wrap myself into a ball and roll down an infinite hill. And I count. I count every single thesis for survival. I count landscapes of reasons to stay. I count mountain ranges of reasons to stay and not leave, because we don't leave. We never leave. We don't want to. I don't want to. I can't count the reasons I should stay, because they are woven into my body like deep, deep stitches, like tattoos quilted into my bone marrow. I know, Mama, astaghfirullah, tattoos, but they are tucked deep under my nails. I still, under these chewed up nails, I still can't break that habit. I can't count the reasons I should stay, because to count means to quantify. And how can you quantify your own skin and its warmth? I stay because I must, because how can you leave behind what makes you both whole and incomplete all at once? Because since when does wholeness leave the emptiness behind? I can't leave that hole that I originally fall out of and we all fall back into over and over again. I can't count the reasons I should stay, because to count means to quantify and qualify, and that's not the kind of thing you do with the breaths you take. Are you going to pause to take a breath? I can't count the reasons I should stay, because they are too deeply braided into my being, too deeply knotted in this hair, and well, every damn hair on this body, and trust me, there are plenty. I can't count the reasons I should stay, because to count means to qualify and quantify. And what are the reasons except only reasons, and all the reasons, and I am all the reasons. I can't count the reasons I should stay, because I am the only reason, beyond reason. I don't reason. I never reason. I never settle. I don't know how.
Just happened.